Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we're in Tirpitz B. Yep, I know we did a video on this not too long ago. I am loving this ship. Now, as the defending back-to-back National Martian Seahorse Wrestling Champion, I think that qualifies me to tell you guys, this ship is super flexible and underrated. And it is. And what I mean by that is, you can build into the secondaries. It's got, it's like Bismarck, so it's tough. It's got really good it's got solid heels for German ships. You can change the spotter planes out for the secondaries if you want. It's a good ship. Like, every time I get into the ship, I haven't lost in it yet. Only 5 matches, right? But I haven't lost in it or the regular Tirpitz. Every time I get into the ship, it's a quality game. Now, am I busting down damage records and XP records with it? Is it broken? No, it's not a broken ship, but you can build into the secondaries. You can make it, you just build it how you want. Now, I don't build into the secondaries, and the reason I don't is I feel like Bismarck, which is essentially the same ship, with better secondaries and worse main guns, is better at doing that, right? So we spawn at loop. We sit there, we wait, because we got spotted, and I figured torpedoes were going to come at us. So we wait there just a little bit, just to make sure we aren't going to eat torpedoes. And we're going to come out here now and go ahead and take a shot at Bismarck. And naturally, if I'm cautious and sit behind an island for a second not to eat torps, naturally I'm going to pull out and eat a torp, right? It's my luck, right? To be fair, probably shouldn't have waited behind that island. I just assumed torps were coming for me. I don't think them were meant for me. I think them were meant for the destroyer, obviously. We're going to go ahead and take another shot at Bismarck. And there's an Iowa. And we know he's over here. But it's an Iowa, right? Probably got HE loaded. Going to come out broadside. Oh, look. Most of that's coming through. As we absolutely use our spotter plane and just obliterate this guy, right? For what it is. Let's take half his health off on the shot. Do a bunch of damage. Now, to be fair, he had AP loaded, and I was a dum-dum in my daily Dumb Dave moment, and should have actually, been angled, but I was more worried about Bismarck. Now, Iowa comes knocking on the door, obviously, gets a good chunk out of me, but, we return the favor. The difference is, he's gonna run forever, and you can see I'm paying attention to Scharnhorst because we're kind of in the middle of 3 ships right now. We're in the middle of Iowa, Bismarck, and the Scharnhorst 43. So right now I'm just trying to help my team hit Iowa as he's gonna run away here for the rest of the match. We won't really see him again. Bismarck does have my broadside. His guns aren't pointed at me yet, but they could be, and he's a threat. And Scharnhorst comes a knocking, alright? Listen, if you can't handle the fire, don't knock on people's doors, alright? I'm not saying this is the best ship or I'm the best player in the world, but if you knock on people's doors, you better be ready to answer. Now I'm going to try to get myself to that Scharnhorst, but right now I'm trying to back off Bismarck here and get him away, and you can see he is backing up, and I'm going to do that whole turn and swipe deal, right? I do this a lot where I act like I'm not paying attention to somebody and I just yank my whole ship around. And now Scharnhorst has got my attention, and we're going to focus on him. And look at that, we have an 18-second reload on this beautiful ship, by the way. Now, we're going to get a little bit unlucky. That is 7 overpins on a German battleship. That is outlandish. That should have been half his health. Obviously, I understand not citadeling him, but that should have been half his health. We just overpinned the crap out of him. Obviously, too, we knew a destroyer was here. We were, I think, located for a little bit while we threw the torpedoes out. I should have mentioned that. I threw the torpedoes out, not for the battleship, but where I was trying to guess where the destroyer was. And I knew I'd been sailing in a straight line in a while, and we're going to take another shot here at Scharnhorst. You go to the middle of a map, and if you knock on the people's doors, right, in the middle of a map, you better be able to answer it. And to his credit, he takes out a Yudachi, but that's not saying much because Yudachi has like 2 health, right? Like they're 2 bars, so not even. I'm being sarcastic with 2 health, but not much because it's like, was it 10, 12,000 health or something? And we're gonna try to get rid of him, but he's gonna hide behind the island for the rest of the time, and we ain't gonna get another chance on him. So we're gonna put the fires out. Try to bait him coming back out, but he's just going to hide the whole time, and we got to stay dodging. We have a good idea where this destroyer is all the time, by the way, but we're going to get the Kuzganov. We see the Kuzganov, and naturally the first 2 shells I get hit by are going to absolutely put double fire on me. We take a shot at Kuzganov, and that is unlucky dispersion right there, and I don't know what happened, but listen, every ship once in a while gets a little crazy outside of probably Constellation and Champagne, right, at this tier. So we know the destroyer's out here in front of us. I'm expecting him to go kind of behind that island in front of us. So we're just being cautious, right? We've had a double fire on us, but we still have a couple heals left, so we're okay. We finally get a hit on Kuzanov. And you can see I'm looking at Scharnhorst, but he's going to be scared and just sit behind that island. And he's not actually going to be able to take out our cruiser, to be honest with you. And I'm trying to hunt this DD. And to be fair, I do struggle with hunting this DD down. The one thing that would have been nice and would make this ship really powerful is having a good hydro sonar. But you guys see, we're going to just worry about moving and dodging torpedoes. And we have a good idea where he is, obviously, now. But Kuzanov here, we're going to take a shot at. He's in the division with the destroyer, so I'm trying to take his buddy out and make that destroyer show himself. You're going to see, I'm guessing he's off to my right, so I'm going to throw torpedoes over there. And you're going to see that my guess was very, very close. That wasn't for the battleship. I'm trying to guess where this stinking destroyer is as we citadel his buddy and take him out. And I guessed where he was. Also, Scharnhorst goes down to the Harbin. And I'm not spotted no more, so I'm thinking, okay, he's went behind the island, so I'm going to try to sneak up to this island. And we're going to wait for Bismarck quick to come around this corner because we want to give him a good old whack. And sure enough, there is the Jaeger out to the left. And a Jaeger is a hard destroyer to hunt down, right? Because it has got so many torps. If you make one mistake, even though they don't hurt bad, there's 30,000 of them that are going to tickle you to death, right? And we're going to try to just throw torpedoes out to try to catch Scharnhorst off guard and get ourselves in here now, because I'm pretty sure our destroyer had him with torps, and sure enough he does. But we're going to go ahead and push up now, and now with that division out, not too worried about this match. And you can see we pop around this corner. I actually thought Bismarck was going to be dead. I actually overlet him. I thought he was going to be going a little bit quicker. And so we got to reload and shoot again. Now, you can see our secondaries are going off right now. Could have maybe waited and got that, but we're going to go ahead and take him out. We could have got a close quarters maybe there. And we're just going to push up. And you can see with 5 heals, guys, we have over half of our health. And we've been pretty much in a lot of the battles, right? And we're going to push up here to the last, I believe this is an Iowa out here, and take some shots out at this poor Iowa who's all left by himself. But, and to be fair, he was on our side of the map, so it's not like he didn't push up. So he just must have not held help from the team. And not much to do here. The match is basically over, but we want to chunk Iowa here and get a decent shot at them. The one thing I really like with Tirpitz is it seems like every time I get into it, it does well. Do I have 3K games in it? No. But it does super well. Now, we're going to use a spotter plane, and look at this grouping, man, off of this Tirpitz. For a German battleship, that is pretty. I don't know how many shells we were going to hit them with. Probably 6. That's really good head on like that. That being said, we end up top of the leaderboard, helping our team out with almost a 3K base game. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you folks next time.